Morning folks, still on the subject of tactical flashlight. Today we're going to talk about the legendary HDS EDC 42 and Novatac 120T. Alright, what I have here basically are two lights that are by definition legendary in terms of being tactical illuminators. Here I have the EDC basic 42. Basically it's a light that most people will talk about back in the early 2000s. The EDC 42 is made by a company called HDS Systems. They started with the Arc 4 tactical light, which is similar to this design, and later came out with this model, the EDC Basic 42, which actually stands for everyday carry 42 lumens. 42 lumens is basically the light's output, and this particular flashlight is activated by click button at the butt cap of the light, and when you activate it, it gives you quite a bright illumination. You know, this is good for day-to-day chores. You know, if you are walking in failing light, you want to see something, you want to scope your area, this is one particular light that you can actually use to actually be safe. The EDC 42 is basically regarded as everyday carry light among people who loves to use knives and all that. The everyday carry community, they have very high praises for this particular flashlight, and even at the time, back in 2004, this flashlight was retailing at $160 US, so it's not cheap. And as they progressed, they continued to come up with something even better, such as this Novatac. The Novatac light is one of the most highly regarded tactical illuminators around. This one has a serial number on the barrel. It's made from aircraft grade aluminium. The Novatac itself, it's a very interesting light. You can see at the bezel here, there's like scallop depression. This is what they call for light bleeding. I don't really see any practical usage unless you are reading a map in the dark or what. To activate, there's a click button at the back. I believe this particular illuminator is programmable. You can have slightly lower output, or you can max it out at 120 lumens. Basically, for everyday use, 120 lumens is more than enough. And the Novatac, like the EDC 42, uses a single cell. So this is a CR123A lithium battery that is commonly used in photographic equipment. The downside of having this kind of power source is that it's quite expensive. Typically you would be expected to pay around 20-30 ringgit for one of these, but there are cheaper ones that goes half the price. You can find it from specialty shops. So once you drop in the battery, tighten the bezel until it's locked in place, the light is ready for use. Unfortunately, like this one is completely flat, out of juice, so it's direly in need of a replacement. And the advantage of a lithium cell as such, it doesn't leak, so you can leave it there as long as you want. It will not leak out and all that. You can keep it in storage, or the ones that are used up, you can discard them. The HDS Systems, they are still making lights, they are still producing lights, but at a very high price. I think today typically one of their lights will go around 340 to 400 US dollars a piece. I believe HDS System have really improvised their products. Their latest light, I find it really amazing. It's a real small company. They went through a lot over the last 30 years. Basically, this is one of their product that made them very famous, the EDC light, and it's also more, quite highly copied by manufacturers from China and all that. Even as it is today, EDC lights as such from HDS remain as one of the best manufactured lights in the world as far as tactical illuminators are concerned. People who know their stuff, who knows what they are buying, and willing to spend that kind of money for a light like that, they would continue to get a good quality light. The thing is that if you're contented, you don't have much things to worry about, the EDC 42 will serve you at least for 10 to 20 years, provided if you maintain it properly. There has been a lot of development in tactical flashlights nowadays. You can find those like really powerful lights that go up to 1,000 lumens and all that. I don't think you need such a bright flashlight. Between 120 to 300 lumens is more than enough to get the job done. These are highly pocketable lights that you can put in your pocket, utility pouch, or so on, and they come in really handy when you are working in failing light or in darkness. It's always safe to have something to illuminate your way, and the HDS system, I think they fit the bill. Now, as far as these two lights are concerned, you can also consider them as forgotten flashlights because they are no longer in production. Well, that's it from me. I'm going to move on to back to knives, and in the next video I'm going to talk about some really economical folding knives. So there you have it. Thanks for watching.